Hello, everybody, and welcome to the launch party for Alien Alamo. I can't tell you how excited I am for this day to finally get here. I've been working a long time, at least probably 2 months now, on developing concepts, ideas, and trying to build this campaign and streamline it a little bit so that it works out even better than the Chinook. So we're going to hit that live button at 12 noon. And before then, I hope all of you have poured your beers for this party. I'm having actually, let me show that. This is an Imperial Stout, and it's very apropos because it's a Chinook brew from our last campaign. So I figured it was a good, that one was so successful, I thought it was a good way to launch this one as well. I think, well, first what we'll do, we're going to go through the campaign together once we go live. But let's first get us started with the video to get everybody jazzed up, because this is really cool. I can't seem to make that any bigger. If I hit the full screen, it just then I can't see what I'm doing. So when this thing goes live, you'll be able to enlarge it and watch it bigger. But until then, let's try not to knock myself out of the stream, Nolan. That would be a first. Okay, here we go. Bam! I think that's a great video. Shout out to Nick Roche, who also did my Chinook video. I immediately called on him to do this one too, because he does such a tremendous job. That sort of gives you a little taste of what's to come with this bad boy. Let's go over to the page. This isn't live yet. This is still the preview page, and I'm going to click it live in 2 minutes, and then everything will be available. But first, let's just go over the story really quick. It's 1957, and the Russians have launched Sputnik into orbit. The world was changing, and World War II veteran Travis Houston was struggling to adapt. All Travis wanted when he mustered out of the Marine Corps at the end of World War II was some peace and quiet and a safe place to raise his son James. But the horrors he experienced in the Pacific and the death of his wife have left him empty and distant. The meteor shower changed all that, only it wasn't a meteor shower. It was an invasion. Creatures from another world want ours, and the only thing standing between them and us is a man, a boy, and his dog. The Houstons are vastly outnumbered, but they are Texans, and they have each other, so the odds might just be even. So this is going to be a really, really balls-to-the-wall action story that's focused on relationships. You know what? It's 12 o'clock. We're going live here, people. Bam! We are live, my friends. Okay. So let's go back to the main page. Maybe if I click this, it'll go right there. Nope, that's a share. Okay. We'll do this. Make sure it says live. Yep. Okay, we're good to go. All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. So, as I had mentioned, that this is this is going to be a relationship story um, about a father and son that are trying to reestablish themselves or reestablish their relationship together. Um, and he's damaged goods. You know, the war has taken it out of him. He's lost his wife. He can't relate to his son. But now all of a sudden, another war is brought to his doorstep, and it's something that he can share with his son. Um, and it's that camaraderie that can only be experienced by people who've been in combat together. And I think it's going to be a really cool story. It also connects to the Chinook, and it's going to connect to the next one. It'll be very clear at the end of this story, and certainly by the third one, when a character from the Chinook is the main protagonist in it, that all this universe is connected and all this stuff is leading towards something. And if you didn't back the Chinook and you're tuning in here, that campaign is over, but you can still get the book at compasscomics.com. There's still copies available. There's not very many of the variant cover, but there are still of the regular cover. So let's show you some of the artwork and some of the stuff. You can always buy me a beer because I go through this stuff pretty quick. So we have a digital copy for those people that like to travel and read on the go. The main cover by me is a wraparound cover. And this is going to be really awesome. If we can bang out those stretch goals, this will be perfect bound, just like the Chinook was. And we're going to do the spot varnish on it as well. So it will be like this. Yeah, let me just blow this up a little bit while I talk about it. Okay. Oh, the green screen is making it disappear. So anyway, you can see the shine on that, okay, and the same as on the blood. That's all spot varnish, and the paper is a matte finish, so it feels really rich in your hands. Just very elegant, nice spine. You know, this is a really quality comic. Some of the best quality you're going to get. And that's not braggadocio. I'm telling you from 37 years of experience. I've got copies of everything I've ever done for all the major companies, and this is one of the nicest, if not the nicest looking product I've ever been involved with. So the idea is to hit those stretch goals, and Alien Alamo, I have no doubt is going to do that, and it will be every bit as good as the Chinook. Okay, so here's the wraparound cover, colored by the wonderful Elizabeth Breitweiser. She did a great job. I always wanted to work with Elizabeth because I've admired her work for years. So I reached out to her, and she graciously did this cover for me, and I think she knocked it out of the park. Okay, right now the book is starting out as 48 pages, but like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to bash those stretch goals and bump it up to 64 or possibly even more. Creator, you guys know who I am. You can always read about that later. Here's some of the stretch goals we're looking at. 15 is the bare minimum we got to reach, and then everybody's going to get a trading card. At 20, a bookmark. At 25, this bad boy is going to be in full color. I did the Chinook in black and white because it needed that. The story, I think, would be better told because it took place in a blizzard, and there's really no color in a blizzard. So I did that as black and white in gray tones with a spot red in it to accentuate the blood. But this is taking place in the American West. So I think it really needs that full color because the landscapes out there, the oranges of the rocks and the blues of the skies are beautiful. So, like I said, I have no doubt we're going to bang that out and get to that. So this will be full color. At 30, we're going to add more pages of content because I've got some stuff I want to add here and tie this in with the upcoming book, which is going to be called The Ghost of Matacumba Key, which just by a title, you got to be like, I got to get on board that. That sounds really cool. And it will be cool. At 40K, we're upgrading the covers to the cardstock that I talked about with the matte finish. And then at 50K, the wraparound cover will get that spot varnish. And it'll be really awesome. We'll get a sticker unlocked. At 70, all the covers will be signed by me. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. And then after that, if we continue to climb up, we'll add other goodies here for you. That's the beauty about crowdfunding, is that the value of the product of your initial investment just keeps going up as more and more stretch goals get reached. So here's variant cover B, done by my friend Aaron Lepresti, who's an incredible illustrator. He did the color on this as well. I kind of like the way he draws these alien crab things. Look really cool. And this is the pencils for the cover B, or cover C, I'm sorry, by Butch Geis. And Butch is just amazing. He's constantly blows my mind with the way this guy can draw. And so these are the pencils. The inks will come in, and I'll replace that as it comes in, and I'll replace it also when the color comes back as well. But as you can see, you've got this incredible looking design element here. This is like a cow skull in the background, and the aliens are like falling off of them. And then our main characters in this wonderful montage, and a very Searchers-esque burning ranch in the background. It's great. It's going to be cool. This is a mini print that Greg Wright, my favorite colorist, who has done Joe Frankenstein for me, and he's done Bane Conquest, and he's my go-to guy, and he just nails it every time. This has that Jean Girard blueberry look, which is what I was going for when I drew this piece. This is going to be a mini print. It's going to be the same size as the comic. It'll only be available as an add-on. And the reason for that is if you bought it and didn't buy the book, you're going to pay shipping on it, which is going to be commensurate to buying the book. But if you do it as an add-on, there's no extra shipping cost. So it ships for free because it goes right in the back, right in the bag with the book. So it's a great add-on, and it would look really cool. Look at those colors. I love that. Okay, so let's go back here. So some interesting things. So you can get the book as a where's my there we go. So you can get the 3-pack, which covers all 3 covers. You get the book with all the collector covers, and you also get a Compass Comics sticker, the 3 covers, as I said, and the signed Alien Alamo mini print for $90. It's a great deal. You're getting 10% off. We did the beer, we did the digital. Okay, so if you're just interested in the individuals, they're the same prices as the Chinu, and it'll be the same quality, of course. And you'll get a Compass Comics sticker, and of course, every one of these you also get the all the stretch goals that get reached and get unlocked. So again, that's the whole thing with the crowdfunding, is that it just you get more and more goodies as more and more people come on. So Tell your friends and, spread the love. Okay, same thing here. If you just need the cover B or you want B and C, you can get those separately. When you check out, there'll be add-ons for those if you just wanted one or two or whatever. Um, this is a good one because if you miss the Chenu, and you're going to want to get it because they all connect together. This is all one big tapestry. I'm not doing sequels per se, but I'm creating a universe that all ties together, and these stories are all tying together. And um, I didn't want to do sequels, particularly right off the bat, um, because I think you get bored, after spending 8 months doing a project, 9 months doing a project. To do a sequel to that project, I think you tire out, and it reflects in the work. To move on to something new and fresh, I think the work reflects that as well. It becomes fresh and exciting, and because that translates from the creator into it, and to revisit it, revisit a property as a sequel later on, that's a possibility. But because then you're jazzed again. You've got sort of an established set of characters and a universe and all that kind of fun stuff. So uh, I may revisit, but I'm not promising I will. I'm just promising that I'm not doing sequels right off the bat because I want to keep everything fresh and exciting and tie all these stories together separately and yet together, if that makes sense. Okay, so yep, there you go. You get the Alien Alamo and the Shinu, and you'll also get the sticker and and then of course the all the unlocked stretch goals. Now this is an interesting one. I came across copies of the original Monster Island that I published. This is the first thing I published under my Compass Comics banner back in 1998. Uh, these are uh, these are the original comics from 1998. I've had them boxed up. They've never been opened, so they're in as mint condition as any printer ships them to you from 1998. They're very rare, hard to come by, and I thought it might be cool for people to, who are supporting Compass Comics now and these projects to be able to get a copy of the original Monster Island that I wrote in 1998 for my daughters because I didn't like the direction of that comics were going at that time. I felt they were overly violent and uh, um, overly sexualized, and titles that my mother could pick up from me without having to think twice. I had to look through and decide whether they could read it or not. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, those kind of things. Uh, was a no-brainer for my mom. For me, I was looking through. Nope, you can't read this. You can't read this. So I decided I was going to write an all ages story and comic that could be fun for adults and fun for kids. And that's how Monster Island came about. And these hardcovers, we did. I partnered up with Ominous Press and Creation Inc., and we produced a hardcover version of this, and then a hardcover version of the sequel, Return to Monster Island, which are still available on Indiegogo in demand. So if you're interested in the hardcovers, you can check those out as well. But this is the original, and it'll be signed by me from 1998, and they're very rare. So here we have a remark, just like on the inside of, let me just blow this up here really quick. On the inside of the Chenu, on the cover, there's a white box there, which is reserved for remarks. So I'm going to do the same thing here on Alien Alamo. There'll be a box on the inside front cover, and you'll get a sketch of one of the characters, which is kind of cool. There we go. Okay, so I have a bunch of retail levels. I added them in on the Chenu campaign as well. They didn't do as well as I thought they would. I thought retailers might jump on the opportunity to have this kind of stuff. However, I am a big supporter of retail, and I have a lot of friends that own comic shops, and I don't think it's an all or nothing deal. I think that it's really important from a social aspect of comic lovers to have a place to go to talk about the things you love. And comic shops are those places, you know, and you can find and discover stuff and hold stuff and look at it that you can't do when crowdfunding and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's important that the two coexist together. So I wanted to be able to offer something for retailers. Um, I'm limited to 5 per unit that I can do on this. So what I did, I thought maybe they'd want packages to have so that they could sell all 3 books together as a package, you know, like a collector's package. So what I did was I separated them separately so you could get 5 copies of this, 5 copies of cover B, and 5 copies of cover C. So it's sort of like one level of 5, and then you could put together 5 different packages. And there's a 10% discount for that. Now, I'm just going to skip over the head sketch here really quick because then there's level 4 where you could get 10 copies of something. Because or 10 was the top line that you could units that you could put on Indiegogo. So what I did was I did the main cover, which is my wraparound cover. So the retail level, they get 20% off and they can buy 10 copies of that as well. And all of the retail books will be signed. Now, if we hit all our stretch goals, all the books will be signed. But if not, for some reason, and I believe in you guys, I know we're going to do it. The retailers will have the signed one, so it gives them extra value to be able to sell for them to sell. Okay, so back to the head sketch, original head sketch. This was the same level. In fact, some of these are sketches that I did for the Chinook campaign. People seem to like this. They're 6x9, I believe, something like that. They fit right in with the books, so they're easy to ship, and you can pick the character of your choice. And along with the head sketch, you get the comic with my wraparound cover. You get the Compass Comics sticker. You get head. Oh yeah, 9x6. There we go, 9x6. And then all the unlocked stretch level goodies. We'll go with that as well. Okay, I did that. Now I have a couple original art levels here. I don't sell my originals. I haven't sold them in years unless like high-end collectors contact me about something specific. So what I'm trying to save save that art for my campaigns to offer the art collectors an opportunity to get some rare stuff. So the first one is a really nice Spider-Girl cover, or Spider-Woman cover that I did for Marvel back in 2000, maybe something like that. Of course, with that, you get the book, you get the sticker, and the unlocked stretch goals, that kind of stuff. This is all this is, you know, standard 11x17 Bristol pen and ink, all in mint condition, no paste ups or anything like that on it. Level 2. This is a cool one. This one's I call the Toxic Masculinity at its Finest cover. I did this for a company was redoing Airboy stories that my friend Chuck Dixon was writing, new Airboy stuff. And Chuck and I met doing Airboy. I did the backup stories for Skywolf at Eclipse Comics when Chuck was writing Airboy and Skywolf for Eclipse. So that's where we met. So this was a really cool cover, I thought. So I've put this up. It's bold and it's very manly. And this is the original art for the mini print. Now this is not mini. This is 11x17, just like any other cover. Pen and ink. So here's an opportunity to get you know, a piece of art from the campaign and from the project itself. Now, this was a successful uh, perk level that I did for the Shinu, and I thought I'd offer it here again, is to become a character in the story. This gentleman here and his son became characters. In that book, they were victim levels, so they all had wondrously glorious deaths. But you can choose for yourself whether you want to survive or you want an alien death in this story, and your name and your likeness will be used, and you'll go down in infamy with your friends and be able to tell them all the cool stuff that about your uh, appearance in a comic book. So that's what we got for this campaign here. There's been a lot of pings, so why don't we do a refresh and see where we're at? Okay, we're at $0 here. Timpani, please, Ed. Ding, ding, ding. All right, we're already at $2,390. Nice, nice. Not bad for 21 minutes. We can keep this going. The sooner we hit this number, this 15,000 flexible goal, what that does, this is a little secret for people that are going to be crowdfunding eventually, is it activates the algorithms on Indiegogo. And so, they read that as, oh, look at this. They hit that number very quickly. This is a successful campaign. We gotta push it and back it because they wanna back successes. So then your campaign gets pushed to places where you wouldn't normally be able to access. We're limited by our email lists, our social media, that stuff. Whereas through Indiegogo, they push it into other areas of their platforms and stuff that people might be interested in. You can pick up all different kinds of backers from all different, that aren't just, say, comic book backers. They may be investors, they may be Hollywood people, who knows, that are looking for stuff. So the sooner we hit that goal, that 15,000, it's kind of like a snowball going down a hill, it picks up speed. So I'm hoping we can hit that very quickly, maybe within the first couple days, so that things will really pick up for the campaign, and then things will pick up for everybody, because then all the stretch goals get added, and it's fun stuff. I just love this. I'm having the time of my life creating these projects right now, with no oversight, no editorial dictates or anything like that. I'm just doing the kind of stories I want to read, that nobody's producing, and I know that I'm not any different than anybody else. If I like it, somebody's going to like it. Somebody's going to hate it too. I know that, but you got to do the stuff that you like, so that passion is behind it. So, my goodness, we got a lot of comments in here. Let's say hello to some of the folks that have popped in here. I see a lot of regulars. Dr. Mask, who's ready for more Nolan verse. Super Jerry says, I am. All righty. Okay. Richard says, Shinu was an excellent read. So here I am for your next project. Well, thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me and the Shinu and Compass Comics. Well, this about says it all. Hell yeah! Skolden Ola. Wow. 2 different languages. Mr. Nolan, thank you. Rob from England says, hail chat. Hello, Rob. Oh, poor Super Jerry. It's 10 a.m. It's too early to drink. Yeah, but it's noon here. So you can drink on our time. This is no judgment zone, Super Jerry. We're not judging anybody. You want a beer? Have a beer. It's a free country, or at least it used to be. Rob says, it snowed and froze here for a couple of days. What do you know? A Chinook came through my door this afternoon. We'll read tonight in a darkened room. That's awesome. That's the way to read it. Awesome. Hey, my boy, Andy Smith is here. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Andy. Andy has a project on Indiegogo too called First Man. So if you guys get a chance to look that up, I believe it's still live. If it isn't, it'll be going into demand. So yeah, Andy's really good. So check it out. Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast says, hail amigos. Hey there, brother. Uh-oh. The brain pulp says F and Chiefs. Well, yeah, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. So yeah, F and Chiefs. But if you're a Chiefs fan, I love you just as much as everybody else. You know, when you're in business, you got to love everybody, even Chiefs fans. Is it ice cold? Yes, it is. I waited to the last minute to pour it because I can't stand warm beer. Ted says, is this going to be a series or a one-shot? They're all one-shots, Ted. As I had mentioned a little bit earlier that I'm not doing series or sequels. I'm doing not offshoots, but something like that, where they're all connected. The stories are all connected, but they're not going to be sequels or ongoing series. So in other words, there's no Shinu 2 or Alien Alamo 2 coming out. The idea is to make these nice standalone stories that have a connection within the same universe. Aaron Sarg says, having a Samuel Smith's Winter Welcome Ale. Oh, that's good stuff. That is good stuff. Amit Reina says, hello, Mr. Nolan. Hello. Glad you are here. Dr. Mass loves the trailer. Yes, indeed. Christina Lynn says, hi. Hello, Christina. Jasper Plan 9 says, hey, chat. Work's got me in a stranglehold, but I'm here on spirit. Well, that's all we can ask for. Joseph Santiago. Hello, Nolan. Hello, Santiago. That's fun to say. Jasper, did I earn a wrench yet? You know, I got to find out how the hell to do that. I'm gonna text a friend of mine who knows all about this stuff and how to do that, and then I will wrench you. It sounds great, but I don't know what that means. I know it means moderating and putting stuff in the chat. Oh, that reminds me. That's what I got to do. Hold on a second here. There we go. I had to put that into the chat. All right. Just in time. Sean says, put the campaign link up. I just did. There we go. Great minds think alike. All right. Arnold says, good morning. Kaiju can't wait. He says, this looks great. He's ready to back and share the campaign on his social media. Fantastic. It is live, James. We are live. Oh, I see. You posted that at 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just getting through here. There's a lot of stuff. Adam Post is here. Hello, Adam. He says, congrats. Thank you, sir. Oh, Super Jerry must have been number 3, backer number 3. Well, hey, that's pretty darn good if you're under 10. I mean, you know, it's like a starting gate, you know, everybody go, 12 o'clock. Pew! Oh, Michael DeMandel. Hale, hello. Bill Dunleavy, hello. Yeah. Oh, so it's all connected. Then I see two new campaigns in my future. Oh, absolutely. Possibly more. Okay, Jasper just shared it on Twitter. Thank you, sir. Lord Crackhead, 33, gives me a hail. Matt Cisco's number 14. Thank you, Matt. Why isn't there a link to the project in the description? Because the link didn't exist when the description went out. So we'll have to add it later. Cover's colored by Elizabeth Brightweiser. Cool. Oh, absolutely cool. Yes, yes, I'm going to put a link in the description of the video as soon as we're done. Chauncey says, great to see a new comic going live. Announcing stretch goals on the first day isn't recommended, but we'll hit them, and it's not my campaign. Recommended by who? People got to know what they're getting. Not everybody knows they have them. It's an incentive to share it with your friends so that everybody benefits. Hiya, Frank. Good to see you here, sir. He's looking forward to this. Oh, Jasper is a big fan of Elizabeth Brightweiser. She did a lot of work with Brubaker and Phillips. Yeah. Yep. Did a lot with Steve Epting, too. Another amazing artist. Comments with Drew. I just watched the trailer. Could you elaborate more about why an alien invasion hinges on one house in Texas without spoilers? It hinges on it because it's one of the only houses in that area. They land in this, prairie, desert, mountain region, so to speak. It's wide open. There's only a few ranches in the area, so that's why it hinges on the ranch known as the Alamo. Mi amigo Dennis, thank you. Australian Lynn, Butch Geiss's art is amazing in the Futurists. Yeah, all the Allegiance art stuff is amazing that Mitch and Elizabeth are putting together. My favorite is the Bass Reeves. I think Kevin and David are just killing that one. Plus, it's Western, so I mean, I love that, but good stuff. Was a notification sent out to? Yes, it was sent out this morning at 7 o'clock. Is the Monster Island hard or soft cover? It's comic book. It's saddle stitch comic book, originally from, like I said, 1998. If you want the hardcover, that's still available. It's not available here, but it is available on Indiegogo through Ominous Press. So you can get the two hardcovers there if that's more of your preference. But this is the original rare 1998 comic book first edition. The one character makes Brian think of Sam Elliott for some reason. Well, there's a good reason for that, because I based it on Sam Elliott. The Travis character is based on, I'm having a brain fart of the actor's name. He was in The Office. John Krasinski. That's who he's based on. I wanted somebody with that sort of world-weary hangdog look. So I sort of based it on him. Which stretch goal are you looking forward to the most? Me? Whatever the last stretch goal is, because that means the campaign has made tons of money and tons of goodies for everybody. Oh, Carrie is here. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for stopping by. Don't know how deep Gray wants to go into toys. I'm not. Toys are an expensive proposition, particularly this on my second time out. It's not something I want to get into just yet. I need some more successes under my belt, I think, before I start exploring that, because there's a lot of startup costs in creating toys. This is the link is in the comments here, Nicholas, and I'll stick it back in again right now. There we go. It's in the comments. It's not in the description because when I wrote the description, there wasn't a link. We went live together, so it'll have to be put in later. But it's in the comments section here. Yep, the link, splintering. Yep, the link's in here. Okay, let's see. I have so much more fun talking about comics on YouTube than at my local comic shops. LOL. At least my LCS has a nice collection of cheap used trades. Ah, okay. William C says, hey, congrats on the new campaign. Checking it out now. Awesome. All right, let's see. I sent out a email this morning letting people know when it was live. It was going to be live at 12 o'clock. I posted it on Facebook. I posted it on Twitter, and I let everybody know the campaign is going live in all of those media, social media and stuff. So if you were on the mailing list or you follow any of my social media, you know it went live at noon. Oh, he loves his sketch from the Chenoo. Excellent. Another fan of the Chenoo. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Guy Dorian. Thank you, sir. Oh, shoot. I just skipped over here something. Beck Graham. This looks like a book my son will love. Excellent. Yeah, I think so too. With those two young quarterbacks, I think they'll be meeting quite a bit. Oh, a winter ruby ale is now being poured. That sounds kind of cool. Okay, let's see here. Was Shinu the first Compass comic? No, Monster Island was. 1998. Does any of the story take place in the Alamo's basement? Yeah, I'm a big Pee Wee Herman fan too. That's great. Oh, that's funny. Kaiju can't wait for his Expendables book. Yeah, I don't know when's that coming out. Let's see. Can you explain the early bird discount if you signed up for the mailing list? Yeah, there was if you signed up for the mailing list or you backed the Chenoo, you were already in the mailing list, and an email was sent out this morning to everybody with a secret link, which got you 20% off of the 3-pack. All right, well, you know what? Let's go over here and do a timpani roll and see where we're at. So we're at 2,390. All right, we're at 3,855. With 62 backers. Fantastic. We are moving along at a good clip there, my friends. Just don't ask Ethan, he's pewter illiterate, or so he says. Ha. James Murphy, I'm in. Got me the wraparound cover A. Might be back for more later in the campaign, but it feels like it's been months since my Christmas pay packet. Right. Thank you, sir. Put that link over here too. Well, it's in these comments, Frank, so it should be on Facebook as well. I'll certainly be linking all of this stuff to, as soon as I get off the air here, to all the social media stuff. And you guys can please do the same. You know, if you've backed it and you like it, or even if you haven't backed it but you like it, and I ask that you share these links with your social media friends, and let's try and beat the Zuckerberg algorithms, because they tamp down everything that goes out. I've got almost 5,000 Facebook friends, and from what I've been able to discern, if I post something, especially if it has a link to another property like Indiegogo, something like that, at best 200 people will see it. And of those 200, it's the same 200 that are always engaging with me on Facebook. So those poor bastards are constantly inundated with my stuff, and yet it's not reaching all the other people. So the only way to work around that is for other people to share and branch out, so that all the other algorithms of those people start kicking in. So, all right, congratulations on the campaign. Did you see Fraga's review of Godwin the other day? No, I turned Dan on to Godwin, so now he's like this. He's this rabid Godwin fan, so I'll have to take a look at it. Ooh, Hyperkaiju, having a nice IPA from a local brewery. Nice. Yeah, you got to support those local guys, just like independent comics, independent breweries, my friends. Now, here's somebody who got the launch day discount deal. Excellent. Christina Lynn likes Nora Saga from the Allegiant Art series. Yeah, that's a good one too. Too bad Sam Elliott shilled for Biden. Did he? I didn't know that. Crack crock. Ah, Graham. It's Graham. Book looks awesome. Thank you. Critical Blast. Thank you, sir. See, there's the link. I told you I put it in here. There's a couple of them in here now. Buddy Cowan is looking forward to this new adventure. Mayfield Jukes, Hill Comics Gate, Graham's the man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, EVS had to spend like what, 500,000 on his toys. I forget what he said. Yeah, I don't know, but they are expensive. Somebody just said something about the link. Where is that? The link for the sign-up page is the same one when it goes live. Let's see. Okay, I just put a link in here that I just copied off the top bar. Put it in there. Somebody click on that and let me know if that works. Oh, good. His email came through just fine. Excellent. Frank got the email. Good. When do I think the Geist cover will be posted on the campaign page? The inks, I'm not sure. Butch was up against the deadline for something he was doing for Legion's Art, so um, it's not that imperative. It's going to be damn good when Butch inks it. Uh, so I told him, take care of what he's got to do first, and then when you get it done, I'll put it up. So the answer is I don't know. Alien Alamo Ale. Well, I have thought about that, I will say, yes. Oh, Ray, thank you. Appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed your Chinook brew. Ray's a local guy, and he stopped by 42 North and picked up some. Jasper Plan 9, Grimnon, I like your cartoonist style in the Chinook. I'll have to look at my old Batman books to see how you've evolved. Oh. And Sog says almost 4K. Awesome. Rob Fells got the wraparound. What about says ahoy? Super Jerry's drinking water. What kind of party is that? Kaiju says, how is this channel not monetized? We need to get Graham some super chats going in here. Amen, brother. I got to look and see. I got the subscription level to the place where it needs to be, but then they have this other thing you got to jump through where you have to have a certain amount of viewing hours or something like that. So I got to look and see where I'm at, because the last few videos that I've done have had a lot of hits on them. So I don't know how close I am. Is Monster Island on your website to purchase? Yes, the original one, the 1998 one, is. The one that's in this campaign is. All right. Okay, Lord Crackhead 33 says the link works. Good, good. Having Alien for lunch, backer number 74. Got my secret and even nabbed you a beer. Can't wait. Thanks, Graham. Thank you, brother. On the Shinu one, people wanted me to, I think I had like 30 or 40 people that backed the buy Graham a beer level. And they wanted me to do a live stream of me consuming all of the all of those perks. That would be interesting. Okay, here's some good advice. The artist formerly known as Hey Mike, just backed the secret tier. His email ended up in the spam folder, so check there if you don't see it. So yeah, that's always a good idea. If you know something is coming and you didn't get it, you should check your spam folders, because sometimes, depending on who your email server is, if there's images, it automatically will kick them out, particularly if there's a certain amount of images. And I've got a few images in the email itself, so sometimes that'll kick it in to a spam folder. So yeah, if you were expecting an email, like you signed up for the emails in the pre-campaign launch, or you were a Shinu backer because you were automatically grandfathered in, please check that. Hyperkaiju, true that. Graham's been putting together a great library of interviews and discussions. I'm aiming to watch more of those myself. Thank you. I've been having fun with the Storytellers series and the Saturday Morning Western Roundup. This week there won't be a Storytellers, because Wednesday evening I'll be going on Billy Tucci's show, because I'm in full um, promotion mode here for Alien Alamo. So I'll be on Billy's show. I'll be doing the Literature Devil on Saturday morning, so I won't be able to do the Saturday morning Western Roundup as well on that one. So uh, don't worry, I'll still be all over the place. In fact, you'll probably be sick of me. I'll be doing everybody's show. In fact, tonight around 6, I think I'll be on Ethan's show, and we're going to be doing a launch party there for with him. So tune in for that, and that should be fun. Billy did a stream with Deb drinking every buy Deb a drink. I know, I remember that. Ooh, a little wordplay. I love wordplay. Grandfathered in, yes. Cool. Cotton must have just popped in because I talked about the discounted perk. It's 20% off the 3-pack. And the people that got the secret link were the people that signed up for this or pre-campaign signed up, or they were grandfathered in through their support of the Chenoo. And that, by the way, if you got that email and you haven't done it yet, it's good for 12 hours. So midnight tonight, that comes down. Yeah, sorry, Don, no storytellers tonight. Or Wednesday night, I guess. Yeah. How tall am I? I am 9 feet tall. You didn't know that? Shared and tagged you, pal. Excellent. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. All right, let's do a little timpani here. It's been a little bit. So we're at 38.55 and 42.85. Very nice. 69 backers. Very nice. Very nice. And I appreciate every one of you guys that have stepped out. And, I know it's a work day. A lot of you guys are working. And, you decided to come on in here and, join the party. And I really do appreciate that. It's made this a lot of fun. Damn, I want that mini print as a poster. Love the style, art, and colors. I may add it as a poster later if there's enough interest in that. There wasn't a ton of Chenoo posters, and because the posters have to be folded, that's part of that streamlining I spoke about earlier, trying to streamline this campaign and make it easier for people and easier on shipping and that kind of stuff. But there's a possibility I might even do something later on with the other covers, maybe do mini prints of all the covers plus the mini print, and have it together as a package deal or something like that. So there'll be some other stuff coming along. I'm also considering doing an Alien Alamo bullet keychain because Travis's 3030 Winchester is going to be an important prop in the storyline, and I found a place where we could do where I could do a 3030 bullet keychain and have it engraved with Alien Alamo on it. I think that would be kind of a cool thing. So is the Monster Island trade paperback include the whole story? Trade paperback. If you're referring to the Monster Island that's in this campaign, it is the whole story. It's not a trade paperback. It's a traditional comic, a saddle stitch floppy, if you will. But it's like 48. It's 48 pages of story. Or is it 54? I think it's 48. I think it's 48 pages of story. And then there's some other stuff in there as well. But yeah, it's a traditional comic, but it is self-contained. It's the whole story. 9 feet, as I expected. We may have heard a tiny spoiler about you, Art Fraga, and a few others possibly doing a weekly show. Any truth to these rumors? Yes, there is truth to that rumor. We're gonna have to come up with a title for that show. Let's see, the Three Stooges has been taken, so we'll have to work on that. Oh, Seer of all that is obvious loves the bullet idea. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, this is the kind of it's the kind of thing I'd like to have. I think would be really cool. 69 backers, nice. Yeah, indeed. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Don, no storytellers this week. We'll get back on it, but I got to get out of the gate fast. I got to hit that number. I want to have this snowball go down the hill so that everybody can benefit from it. So the way I work my campaigns for anybody that's out there in the audience that's watching now, or perhaps will watch this later when they get off work, whatever it may be, um, is that my philosophy is backers first. Is they come first above everything, and that because they're trusting you with their money, for one, uh, to produce something that they're going to be interested in and like. Um, I owe it to them to update them regularly. And when I say regularly, I mean every single Monday. Once the campaign ends, okay, so like the 30 days or 45 days of the campaign, whatever it ends up being, is promotion time. It's time to push it out there, and I'm doing shows, and I'm sending out um, personal messages, all that kind of stuff to get as many people on board as possible. So that's a full time job for the first, during the campaign phase. The production phase for me begins when the campaign ends. That's when I, roll up the sleeves and start producing the product that you guys are interested in. Um, I'll be working on the script and the storytelling and stuff like that prior to that. But once the campaign ends, that's when I'll begin the actual heavy labor of drawing everything out. And uh, once I start that, that's when you will get updates every single Monday. And that goes until the very last day. Once everybody has been fulfilled, you'll get the updates letting you know where we are, what I accomplished that week, how many pages are in, if they've gone to the letterer, all that stuff. So you become part of the process in this, because I think it's important. I mean, I want this to be an event. If you just wanted a comic book that you can buy that at a comic shop. You can buy a corporate comic. You can buy a Marvel or DC comic and get 20 pages of fluff and a lot of ads and no interaction with the creators whatsoever. I'm producing boutique comics. I'm producing comics that I love and I think you will love. And I want you guys to be a part of it as well. I want that connection. I want that feedback. I want to go back and forth with you. I want you to feel like you're important to the process, because you are. And so that's why I feel it's imperative to update my backers every single week, so that they're not out there wondering what the hell happened to my money. You know, so that's how I work. That's how Compass Comics works. And if you come on board for the first time here, I think it will be a very pleasurable experience for you. It'll be run very professionally. RT Bear, Push it, baby. Yeah. Art says, book looks great, my friend. I thank you, Art. People sending their love to Art here. Art is taking a break from bingo to support Graham. I didn't know there was a Tuesday afternoon bingo. She knew it was the fastest IGG campaign I have booked, besides Black and White, which was finished already. Oh, Art's Black and White. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Excellent. Okay, now we're getting into it, aren't we? Too bad you couldn't make a candy like Skillets or M&Ms shaped like bullets. It could have been called Alien Alamo Bite the Bullet. Okay. Art has something to say here. And a response. Never. Okay. Uh, Hyperkaiju, I've bagged many, only received books from Graham, Yaboy, T-Bear, and Tucci. It's because we are hard workers, my friend, and professionals that go way back. That goes a long way. That's the thing. I'm all for um, supporting indie creators. I think it's very, very important. But just like anything else, you have to do your homework. You got to do your due diligence and find out what your risks are. It's like buying any kind of big ticket item. You you when you like you buy a house, right? I mean, the house may look great, sounds great. Maybe the neighborhood ain't great. Maybe there's a barking dog next door you didn't know about. Maybe the sump pump doesn't work and that it floods every spring. These are the kind of things that you should do your due diligence on. And then the same thing in crowdfunding is mitigate your risk by understanding who it is you're supporting and backing and what their track records are. And guys like Zach and Art and me and Tucci and Ethan, we produce when we say we're going to produce, and it's going to be quality stuff. So there. Oh, Christina is going to lunch. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, Christina. I hope you have a delicious lunch. Oh, Shadowhawk. Hail, CG brothers and sisters. Graham. Shinu is fantastic. That 77 story blew me away. Sounds corny, but even though I knew how it would end, gripping. Thank you. Thank you very much. That story originally had a little different ending. And it wasn't until later on when I figured out some of the plot devices I was going to use that I decided to change it. But when I first told my wife, Julie, the story and how it was originally going to end, she goes, "Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that." I'm like, yeah, that's really going to be heart wrenching, because I was going to have the baby die. But then I thought, well, you know what? That baby should grow up to become somebody. And so I switched it around. She was much happier with it, even though it's still heartbreaking, the end of the story. It served a better purpose for me. So, but never say I can't do that. If it works, it works. That's the whole thing. That's the thing about storytelling. Make it work. Pick up the Ultimate Nolan 2. Awesome. I also just bought a missing JLA Predator to fill a gap in my Nolan collection. Count me in for Alien Alamo. You're great with us fans. Thank you. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man. Here's a little backstory about that JLA Predator book. You guys might get a kick out of. That's the comic that almost drove me out of comics. It was I was just I was around the time I was transitioning into newspaper strips, and I got this call uh, from the editor at DC to do this. Now, the premise of this was like a throwback to all those Justice League stories where you have your doppelgangers. So you've got your Justice League, your Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and in this case, the Predators were going to be doppelgangers for those characters. Like, so there'd be like a Superman Predator, a Batman Predator, a Wonder Woman Predator. And so I had to design costumes for them and symbols that looked like a Predator would have designed them. So like sort of the kind of Predator typeface, that alien typeface, or some type of shape or something that would make it easily recognizable that that's the Superman Predator, or that's the Batman Predator, or the Green Lantern Predator, or whatever. So I had to do that for every Predator that was going to be represented by a Justice League character. So I do that. I do the sketches, I do the logos and all that stuff, because I want to get all that stuff in line first. And I send it into the editor at DC, and he says, "Yeah, okay, go." So I go, and I get 36 pages in. Now, bear in mind, this is a DC Dark Horse production, so it's both of them. And the editor calls me and tells me he never ran that stuff through the Dark Horse editor, and that they've decided they don't want to do that. They want to have their Predators in their Predator costumes, which, by the way, are a colossal pain in the ass to draw. But not only that, now I've got 36 pages of art with them in these costumes that I designed, and these logos and symbols that I designed that now have to all be redrawn. Yeah, not good. Not good. So there's pages in there that I did redraw, and there's pages that I didn't, that they had staff people redraw, and I can point to every panel that I did not do. It was a complete cluster bleep. It was not good. So now you know the rest of the story. Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm taking one of them out to lunch right now. Her name is Pamela, and she's a pain in the neck. Well, I must have missed something. All right, Art's signing off. He says later. Does Disney completely own Predator now? If that's, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. You are correct. You cannot. I'll get PTSD if you do that. Okay, let's do a timpani one last time before we sail off into lunch here. All right, so we're at 42.85, and we got 69 backers, and 49.35 with 83 backers. Excellent. We've picked up some more backers. That's good. Excellent. Closing in on 5,000. Fantastic. Fantastic. This has been a very good launch, my friends, and I can only thank you guys for doing it. Okay, Mayfield Juke says, I got to kick out a meal for my kiddos. Catch y'all later. Alien Alamo for the win. Thank you, Mayfield. Ugh, one of these days I'll get it right. Sorry, brother. Messed it up. Okay, so I think we'll all grab some lunch. Tune in tonight over on Ethan's channel. I'm going to be on. We're going to be doing a little launch party there. And we're going to push Alien Alamo into the stratosphere, all of us together. So thank you so much for tuning in and helping me make this a party. I really do appreciate it. And I can't wait to see you guys tonight. I think we're going to go live around 6 o'clock. So, but I'm sure he'll let you know. So until then, my friends, I thank you so much. And we'll see you. And remember the Alamo. Remember the Alamo. Have a great one. Bye-bye.